So I've escaped the madness of Rome. I'm now in Orvieto. Orvieto is kind of perched on top of a big hill or mountain. I'm not sure when a hill becomes a mountain, but they actually call it a tufa rock. Which is, I think it's a collection of limestone and other bits of rock. Orvieto is another place that I've been to before. It's got a lovely medieval cathedral if you're into that type of thing. It's definitely worth visiting. Yeah, it's quite a small city. You can easily walk around it probably in an hour. Or a bit more. Just climbing the clock tower. It's quite doable because the stairs are spacious. Worth doing if you're making a trip here because you've got some nice views of the cathedral. Be honest, I'm not in the best mood. I was kept up till about 2 AM. And I stayed up even longer because I just started editing a video and I thought, fuck it, I'll just carry on doing that. And it's about lunchtime here, so ideally, you know, when it's hot like this, you want to be heading out in the morning, but it weren't going to happen. I've reached the top now. There's another event going on there, some protest or other, but that wasn't actually where the music was coming from. I think it was coming from a place just right opposite the little street I'm in. But I'm literally not too far from there anyway. Anyway, I'll stop moaning. But for me, like I said, you know, if I don't get a decent sleep, I am a miserable bastard. Even more so. But yeah, there's the view of the cathedral. But also the surrounding city and countryside. So definitely worth it. And as you can see, I'm the only crazy person who's ascended this clock bell tower, whatever you want to call it, at this time. But it's nice that I'm the only one up here. Also, seems to be quite a few American tourists here. There's quite a lot. You had a couple of kind of young teenagers started to get the the American football out and were chucking it to each other. With. I mean, they've got some nice parks here. Like there's a few parks here, one big one. What I don't understand is why don't you just go to the park and have this event? I mean, you get a lot of. You also get a lot. You also get a lot of kind of older people coming to, Umbria and Tuscany and whatever. I mean, seriously, I got in at 5 o'clock PM, and it was going on till about 2 AM, and it was loud, It looks like a talent show, maybe, I don't know. I think it's a talent show. Might go down and have a closer look. I mean, obviously it's not too bad during the day, but it does start to grate on you. I mean, as I get older, I really hate people inflicting their music on you or their idea of music. Obviously when you're younger you play your music loud and all that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go to the hotel and text them. Yeah.
So the building of Orvieto Cathedral was begun at the tail end of the 13th century. It was mostly completed by the beginning of the 17th century, but also had some later additions. The shimmering mosaics are not originals and have been redesigned and replaced throughout the centuries. The mosaics depict scenes from the life of the Virgin to whom the cathedral is dedicated. The 3 bronze doors on the facade which give access to the cathedral were completed in 1970. The man thought to be responsible for its structural and aesthetic appearance is Lorenzo Maitani, who initially designed and directed the building of the cathedral. The small street directly opposite the facade is named after him. The polychrome-coloured facade and black and white striped exterior has similarities to Siena Cathedral, which was begun slightly earlier.
Orvieto's facade has more vertical emphasis, with towers whose shafts run approx 2/3 the length of the facade, beginning from the top of the piers. The rose window is less prominent than at Siena, though still has some intricate bar tracery work. The small size of the rose window also adds to the verticality of the cathedral. It's quite a symmetrical and harmonious facade, but to my eyes has more of a Renaissance feel with some Gothic architectural features. Siena's facade looks more Gothic, with a lot more filigree work and pinnacles, making it look quite busy with details. I've not seen Siena's facade in person, only from photos. The low-relief sculptural work on the facade really is a masterpiece of late medieval art. The panels of Genesis and the Last Judgment have been attributed to Lorenzo Maitani. In the Genesis panels there is a strong tactile quality, which we see in the flowing locks of hair, the diaphanous robe of God, the rocky outcrops and the different trees and foliage. The pictorial scenes are easily read from left to right. The figures stand and recline in graceful poses, which adds to the overall solemnity of the work. It is a highly accomplished execution. In the Last Judgment scene, we witness the chaos and claustrophobia of the damned in hell, their fate in the hands of demons who delight in their torture. There is precise anatomical details of the human body, the rib cage arching up over the human belly, fully articulated thighs, knees and calf muscles, with sinews holding them together. We also witness the saved, who scramble out of their tombs in relief and join other fortunate souls in heaven. Greater attention in this panel to the body was probably intentional, as it was the temptations of the flesh that posed the worst dangers for the devout Christian and obstructed the path to paradise.
Yes, so the frescoes in this Brizio chapel are quite significant in the history of art, as Michelangelo and Raphael would come here to look at the frescoes by Signorelli of the Last Judgment. Yeah, so this St Patrick's Well behind me was built on the orders of Pope Clement VII in the 16th century during the sack of Rome. He escaped Rome and relocated to Orvieto. Yeah, Pope Clement VII was worried that there'd be an insufficient amount of water, so that's why he had the well built. He had this well constructed by Antonio da Sangallo the Younger, who was quite a famous architect. He helped design St. Peter's Basilica, and he's actually buried there as well. What's quite interesting about this well is it's kind of got a double helix design. So when the donkeys were going down to get the water and bring it back up, they didn't have to cross paths. And inside the well, it looks like an image from Dante's Inferno by Gustave Doré. He did several illustrations to the whole of the Divine Comedy. I'm not sure if the camera footage will be any good because it's obviously very dark down there, but I'll do my best.